Welcome back to Beyond the Surface, the podcast where we dive into the deeper layers of who we are, why we love the way we do, and how our inner world shapes our relationships. I'm so grateful you're here today because this episode is one that quietly lives inside all of us. Why do we choose the partners we choose? Why do certain people feel familiar, comforting, irresistible? And why do some relationships feel like home, even when home wasn't always healthy? Today, we're going beyond the surface to explore the psychology of attraction, the invisible forces pulling us toward certain people, and how understanding our patterns can help us choose better, love better, and heal better. Let's dive in. 1. We choose what feels familiar, even when it hurts. Attraction isn't random, it's patterned. Most people assume we choose partners based on chemistry or preference, but psychology reveals something deeper. We are drawn to what feels familiar from childhood, emotionally, energetically, or behaviorally. If you grew up around unpredictability, chaos might feel like passion. If you grew up around emotional distance, you might confuse emotional unavailability with love. If you grew up overgiving, you might fall into relationships where you give more than you receive. It's not that you want these experiences, it's that your nervous system recognizes them as home. And until you consciously heal those early wounds, familiarity feels safer than change, even when it hurts. 2. We choose people who reflect our unhealed parts. Psychologically, we are often attracted to partners who activate our unhealed wounds, not because we enjoy pain, but because our mind is trying to finish the story. If you never felt chosen, you might choose partners you have to chase. If you never felt heard, you might choose partners who talk over your feelings. If you never felt safe, you might choose partners who keep you guessing. Your mind thinks, this time, maybe I can get it right. But healing doesn't come from repeating the same cycle. It comes from recognizing the cycle and choosing differently. 3. We choose based on our attachment style. Attraction is heavily influenced by attachment styles formed in childhood. Secure, values stability, communication, and emotional safety. Anxious, drawn to intensity, reassurance, unpredictability. Avoidant, attracted to independence, space, and emotional distance. Fearful avoidant, swings between closeness and withdrawal. Your attachment style creates a template for your romantic world. It shapes who feels right, who feels boring, and who feels too much. Sometimes what feels like chemistry is actually a nervous system reaction to trauma patterns. 5. We choose partners according to our emotional needs. Every relationship meets a psychological need, the need to feel seen, the need to feel chosen, the need to feel safe, the need to feel valued, the need to feel connected, the need to feel in control, the need to feel desired. Sometimes you're not attracted to the person, you're attracted to the need they fulfill. But true compatibility isn't just who makes you feel good, it's who makes you feel healthy. So the next time you find yourself drawn to someone, pause and ask, are they familiar or are they healthy? Am I choosing them from my wounds or from my healing? Is this attraction or is this a pattern? Does this person feel like my past or my future? Attraction isn't an accident, it's a map of our emotional history. But the beautiful part is this: once you understand your patterns, you gain the power to rewrite them. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Beyond the Surface. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who who might need this message. Until next time, keep healing, keep choosing yourself, and keep looking beyond the surface.